It is about time, ladies and gentlemen, 8 months into Black Ops 4, and we are finally getting our contract system on this upcoming Tuesday, July 25th, on all platforms. And, well, I'm not gonna lie, my initial thoughts on the system based off of our first preview of it from a few days back have actually changed. The contract system, in all honesty, is starting to look pretty good. We're going to be able to complete a ton of contracts on a daily basis, earn extra XP, merits, and Nibelium Plasma, and even directly earn DLC weapons, all because of this contract system. And the announcement for this system also gave us some brand new information about a new mini event coming to the game within the next few weeks. So all around, contracts are bringing quite a bit to the game. And today we're breaking down everything you need to know about the system and the contracts themselves as we prepare for yet another major in-game update here in Black Ops 4. What is up, guys? Zachary Immortal here. Welcome back to the channel, and as always, thanks for stopping by. If you are new here and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, this is the place to be, as I am always covering the latest news and leaks, and of course all the updates and new features that come to the game as well. So if you are at all interested in that stuff, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when a new video goes live. And of course, if you do enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like rating on it, as it is much appreciated and it does really help the channel out. And now let's get into the brand new contract system here in Black Ops 4 and what all it has to offer as of right now. So, as I mentioned in the intro a few weeks back, Treyarch initially previewed their contract system with this image here, showing off challenges like Win 10 Domination games, featuring rewards such as 1000 XP and one whole reserve case. And I saw this and immediately my hopes dropped a ton because frankly, that was not anywhere close to what I was thinking the contracts would be like. Winning 10 domination games is quite a bit of work for a reward like that. By no means did I feel like that was worth it. And if you guys caught the video covering that update, you probably saw just how disappointed I was at the time. But today, I'm not gonna lie, my hopes have actually risen because, quite honestly, the preview today cleared up a lot of things and overall made the system seem a lot more promising. Maybe that is just damage control, maybe it's not. For that, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But for now, let's just go over what Treyarch had to say about the contract system in their blog post from earlier today. They start things off by saying that starting next week on Tuesday, July 25th, on all platforms, so PC, Xbox, and PS4 at the same time, contracts will be going live, and thanks to their earlier update post saying that the contracts will be coming with the next major in-game update, we can also confirm by association that this Tuesday we'll be seeing the 1.19 title update go live as well. Continuing on though, Treyarch goes on to say that contracts will allow us to earn more rewards in all modes, and that contracts will be available in multiplayer, blackout, zombies, and even the World League, each with their own unique challenges specific to that mode. Included in these contracts, we are going to have a global daily contract that everyone will have, and there will be one of those for each mode. Thus we'll have 4 global daily contracts each and every single day, alongside 6 additional contracts that we can choose from in each mode as well, meaning we can actually complete up to 28 contracts every single day, which honestly is quite the grind, but pretty intriguing at the same time. At any given time, you can have 3 contracts active, including 2 player-selected ones and the global daily contract for each mode. And then presumably, once you complete your player-selected ones, you can move on to 2 more, then after that, 2 more, in order to access your additional 6 contracts each and every single day. And this is actually incredibly promising, and we'll talk more about why that is as we continue on into the video. Anyways, daily contracts are going to refresh every 24 hours, and if you do not activate a contract before the refresh hits, that inactive contract will be replaced. However, activated contracts will not expire, so you could essentially spend 2 to 3 days working on just one contract if need be. And apparently you don't lose progression on active contracts if you choose to swap one out until that pool refreshes. So you could essentially swap back and forth between 2 contracts if you do end up joining a match on a map that maybe you think would be a bit more ideal for completing a separate contract on that given day. And then after you do complete that one, you can resume your older one, starting back where you initially left off. So that is pretty cool as well. But there is one thing mentioned here that does catch my eye in particular, and that is for the activated contracts, aka the player selected ones. Treyarch does mention that those will refresh at regular intervals. They don't specify 24-hour refreshes here, so maybe they're going to be every 3 days, every 2 days, every week. For that, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what those end up looking like come next week, but keep that in mind. The activated contracts might not refresh every 24 hours like the global daily ones, and that could be kind of interesting. There's also going to be 2 different types of contracts each day, standard ones and also hard ones. Standard contracts will provide a more moderate challenge that can be completed fairly quickly according to Treyarch, and hard contracts are going to take a little bit longer to complete, but ultimately those will have better rewards since they are a bit more challenging. For example, a standard contract in multiplayer would be to get 5 kills with airborne score streaks, and that in and of itself is pretty simple. I mean, the Thresher could do that in just one sweep in all honesty. A hard contract in multiplayer, on the other hand, would be to get 5 multi-kills as a result of using a specialist weapon. Now, for the standard contract, you'd only get 1000 XP and 1 reserve case as a reward, whereas for the hard contract, you'd earn 2500 XP and 2 reserve cases. Over in Blackout, a hard contract that Treyarch previews here requires you to place in the top 10 in a solo game 2 times, and for completing that, you'd end up earning 500 merits and also 2 reserve cases, which is definitely a solid reward for something that certainly doesn't take all that long. I mean, to be fair, if you are on PC, those lobbies don't really have that many players in them anyways, so placing in the top 10 really is not too difficult at all in that respect. And as we do continue on here, as you can probably tell, the contract earnings do vary depending on what mode you're playing and also the difficulty of the contract itself. But for completing contracts, your rewards can include reserve cases, either just 1 or maybe more depending on the challenge required, alongside bonus XP in multiplayer, zombies, and the World League, bonus Nobelium Plasma over in zombies, and also bonus merits over in Blackout. On top of all of that, Treyarch for some reason felt it was necessary to note that the reserve earn rates and daily tier skips will all remain active while contracts are in progress. I'm not exactly sure why they felt the need to boast about that, but hey, nothing is changing with reserve cases and tier skips there, so that's a thing, I guess. It should also be noted that in zombies specifically, daily contracts are now going to replace the daily callings, and that second daily tier skip that is offered in zombies exclusively will now be awarded when the zombies daily contract is completed, and Treyarch then do go on to show off some of the zombies contracts, including the global contract, which requires you to play 20 rounds total of the classic mode, and for doing so you'll earn 1000 XP, a reserve case, and also that bonus tier skip. A hard contract in zombies would be to get 20 heavy enemy kills, and that would grant you 2500 XP and 2 reserve cases, and a standard contract would be to use fast travel 20 times, and that would get you 1000 XP and also 30 Nobelium Plasma. Now, like I said earlier, you can technically complete up to 28 contracts within just one day if you do end up completing the 4 global daily contracts and also the 6 additional contracts within each mode. Meaning, at the very least, you could end up earning roughly 20-some reserve cases in just one day, which, when compared to just playing the game regularly, that is obviously a very significant increase in potential earnings at the end of the day. But by far the most important and probably the most intriguing update featured in this contracts blog post is that of a new way to unlock new weapons. Treyarch rounded out this post by saying that in addition to contracts, they are going to change how weapon bribes work, as they're going to be introducing a new Ultra Weapon Bribe that is going to reward you with a black market weapon that you do not own before anything else. Meaning you will always be guaranteed a brand new DLC weapon before any other piece of content. But if you do already own all the DLC weapons in the game, first off, lucky you. Secondly, if you open up that Ultra Weapon Bribe in that case, then you'll earn a Mark II weapon, a Mastercraft, or some other variant that you haven't yet unlocked. So my advice would be to open the Ultra Bribe if you do not have all of the DLC weapons currently, but if you do have them all, I would just save it until new weapons become available in the future. That way you should theoretically be able to ensure yourself a new DLC weapon at that time. On top of that, Treyarch also mentioned that they are planning to introduce a brand new special event later on in this operation, aka before July 9th, and that new event will include an earnable Ultra Weapon Bribe through the Contraband, meaning we should be getting a brand new mini Contraband event here in the coming days. I would assume sometime between the 25th and the 2nd, but no official date has been set for that as of right now. All around though, I gotta say now, this contract update does look pretty promising to say the least. And with that being said, that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like rating on it, as it is much appreciated. And if you are brand new here to the channel and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, definitely consider hitting that sub button and turning on your post notifications. That way you'll always know when I upload a new video. As always, be sure to use code IMMORTAL on all G Fuel, Control Freak, and Respawn products. All of those links can be found down in the description below. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.